This is Soul Queen 3. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Namaste. Peace. One love. Hey, what's up? This your girl Soul Queen 3, and I'm coming with another special intuitive message from my spirit guides for all my collective, as well as those that are just tuning in because they was led to come to listen to me from their spirit guides. Um, Today I want to talk about how you can see demons through people, narcissists, psychopaths, people who have a lot of spirits that are demonic inside of them. Some folks say they can't see it because it's invisible. Well, you have to tune in and listen to this message because this is deep. Now, when it comes to spiritual discernment, that's basically knowing your feelings and tapping into it. Okay, like when you get those butterfly feelings, when you feel like something's not right. Now, a lot of people who are anointed, we had this feeling ever since we was a child. We really didn't understand what it was. You know, people who are indigo, earth angels, whatever you want to call it, because I'm basically a anointed, earth angel, goddess, whatever. Goddess means teacher, spiritual teacher, So fools who don't know about spirituality, they call people like me witches, whatever. I don't care about none of that shit because I know that I'm very special in the eyes of God. Not everybody has my gift of spiritual intuition and discernment and hearing spirits, like leading them to do the right things. So with that being said, I'm trying to help the collective, those who have spiritual, understanding, but they might not have like discernment. Now, discernment is basically when you honestly can just know right from wrong just from a being in a situation, like when we're young, we learn from our mistakes. All humans, even earth angels, we have to go through trials, right? But when we get older, it's like we start to understand like our just our gut feeling. I'll never forget there was a time in my life, and this is when I was younger. I was in high school, probably in the 10th grade, and it was some hating ass ghetto ugly gorilla type whores, trying to taunt me and get me to fight after school or whatever. My thing was, I said to myself, I ain't really sweating that shit or whatever. But something told me to not walk home the normal way I normally walk home. See, this is how I started becoming more, I guess, in tune into my spiritual discernment. I don't know why, but for some reason, something said take the back way home. So, yeah, definitely, I didn't even question the reason why I was thinking this, but it had to be for a reason. I always felt like God was talking to me, especially because, you know, to backtrack a little bit, when I was around 7 or 8, I that was around the first time I heard, spirit, my ancestors, God calling my name and saying Lakita, just in a name, a regular voice or whatever. Didn't scare me. It startled me, because I was like in a room alone in my bed, as a kid. I'm like, what the hell? But it didn't sound evil. So that let me know I have a spiritual, just gift of like tapping into like spirits and stuff. Although I never played with Ouija boards, none of that. But anyway, with that being said, I took the back way home, and for sure, there was a girl. I wasn't even really cool with her like that, but she was led by my spirit guides to tell me that there was a couple of females in front of my house trying to, gang up on me. And one thing I know is, just like in the Bible, Satan cannot touch everybody. Certain things that he has to do in order to be able to, attack a person, especially if they're anointed. He has to get permission from God, and this is the truth because I can't really think of the scripture off my mind right now. Um, I believe it's the story about Job and how he had a lot of trials and tribulations, okay? And it was because Satan knew that he was gifted. So he had to talk to God and say, am I allowed to do this and am I allowed to do that? Well, God let him know you can basically curse him with like boils and curse him with having his family members die, but you cannot kill him. And that's how it is with me. God let me know this intuitively, okay, because I didn't had demonic attacks on me since I was a child. Not really having like good, I want to say, relationships in my family, even with my mother, my father, always wondering, like, what is it about me that uh, people just want to try me all the time, even in my own damn family. But see, that's because you're anointed. See, when you're anointed, you're going to have to go through this shit. And I know it's very, very annoying, and it's like, yes, it could be very tiresome. It can make you very angry at times, but at the same time, anointed people, we learn from it. We gain strength from it, and we start to become more and more powerful and more knowledgeable, and we start to ignore the dumb shit. Like, whatever people said about us or whatever, it ain't like we haven't heard it before. We starting to learn that, okay, at the same time, there's something special about me, though, because I tell you one thing, if them bitches would have tried to hit me, they would have all ganged up on me. One thing God let me know from an early point on, because I always had people tell me this, and I'm not conceited, and I mean, it is what it is, that I'm beautiful. And see, this demonic entity, Satan, does not like when you know that you look good and that you know that you got something about you that people are drawn to. If anything, they bring people around you to make you feel ugly, want to talk about yourself. And, I always had just certain, people just try me. So when I see kids in school getting bullied and shit, getting talked about, it just saddens my spirit because I understand what they're going through. But at the same time, they have to learn to be strong. Whatever they talking about, just try to work on yourself, depend on yourself, and try not to hang around fools who ain't really your friend any damn way. See, my problem was I was trying to hang around bitches who was just some Jezebels, a bunch of thoughts, and I'm a sweet, loving, angelic queen around these demonic whores. Any dude I had, I never forget an ugly ass female I used to hang with. I ain't gonna say her name, but her and her sister, they like two just bats from hell. Any nigga I was like ever into or talked to, they would go behind my back and talk about me like a dog and then go try to holler at the dude behind my back. But in a way, they did me a fucking favor because I see now whoremongers like to be around whores. Men who are thug like or whatever and think, with just their dick. They love bitches who are thoughts, females who just walk around like horses with their ass in the air all day looking like they just hot in the heat like a dog. Them type of motherfuckers are made for each other. Anointed people, we're made for people who are on our level, the elite, the royalty type, the ones who have spiritual discernment, who have good spirits, who don't fall for just any old stupid dumb shit they see or hear. They have a mind of their own. Okay? Well, with that being said, basically Satan has to have permission to destroy an anointed person. Okay? He cannot touch an anointed person without getting God's permission. He can curse them, but he cannot kill them. He can try to get other people to kill you or take away your gifts. But, when you have spiritual discernment, you just know after a while what to do, what not to do. And one thing I learned is to not hang around demonic, toxic energy type people. People who always want to argue, want to fight, want to just have negative ass shit around them all the time. Can't never be happy for you. Them the type of motherfuckers you need to stay away from. Narcissists, people who are very just conceited, don't care about your feelings, just want to come around when they just want something from you. Yeah, those are narcissists. So, yes, that's another way that the devil likes to disguise himself as a narcissist, and that's in a way how I became more enlightened to my spiritual gift, dealing with narcissist, ex toxic twin flame. He was a karmic twin flame and he was a narcissist. And I realized after a while what the hell I was doing. And I said, oh, hell no, I had to get rid of him. And I've been more and more like spiritually awoke ever since. So basically, learn to listen to your gut feelings. It'll save you from a bunch of drama in your life, honey. If you know you got a dude around you, a female around you who just gives you the funny like feeling like they're sneaky as shit, go with it. If you feel like they're talking about you behind your back, they don't really have your back. Even if they smiling in your face, you have to learn to go with your spiritual discernment. Okay, and also start writing down your dreams, because God was also warning me this person was a snake by literally showing me a snake trying to like attack me on a tree. It like fell out the tree, and it was a big ass anaconda, and it looked like it was trying to like fall on me. And I woke up before it really got to me. But the point is, I realized the snake was the nasty old, narcissist. So, with that being said, guys, I'm trying to, be clean PG 13, but honey, people who are snakes and shit, all I can say is they don't mind doing anything in the bedroom to get you to stick with them. Okay, so watch out for that, because the devil loves to use sex as his main tool to take people out. So, don't be all basically worried about what others are doing in the bedroom, because you don't want to be a person who's like dick whipped, pussy whipped, whatever you want to call it. Because after a while, all you're going to be doing is thinking about that person and not about your, spiritual gifts and what God has in store for you. And besides, you want a person who loves you for you and who doesn't bring you drama. So, with that being said, I hope y'all have a good one and learn to just trust your spiritual intuition. All right? Peace. This is Soul Queen 3. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Namaste. Peace. One love.